Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, it is I am the one and only Luigi here, and I am back for the likes of the Mexi Toys videos, as you probably expect at this point in time. So ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for some more of Let's Play of Luigi's Mansion for the Nintendo GameCube / Nintendo 3DS as a remake. Mind you, we are still, most notably, we're going to be playing through the GameCube version because of superior experiences when it comes to controls, and not only that, I feel like the graphics in the GameCube version has actually got some better lighting, because compared to the 3DS version, I don't know, something about the lighting textures doesn't seem to be, subpar compared to the forms of how it does in the originals, but that's just me. So anyways, last time, we've essentially manage able to completely done everything for Area 3. Because of that, we did somehow manage able to take on the twins, specifically both Henry and Orville. And in addition to that, we also managed able to obtain the final two Mario key items, which are Mario's shoe, as well as the Mario star. And in addition to that, we also manage able to capture the fortune teller lady, which I'm not exactly sure what her name is though, because it's been about 2 days ago since we've last played this, because, well, relatively speaking about the fact I'll explain more about it in a moment. And in addition to that, we also managed able to take down Boo Losses, which is without a doubt is one of the trickier boss fights in the game, but luckily though, we did somehow manage to obtain the gold frame. So yeah, that's actually super top notch in my skills department, especially because, my god, the last Boo, it was very lucky on my part. So, but even then though, yeah, that was actually a very good run, all things considered. So, despite the fact that we only got about 3 silver picture frames so far, but at least we are doing pretty well, as a matter of fact. So, anyway, today for this video is that before we get this thing started, we simply head back onto the Forms of Bone Yard, because if you water this plant for the third and approximately the final time, not only you get a whole bunch of coins, but also we get ourselves our first gold diamond. So, that'll worth a lot, by the way, especially it does manage to contain not only one, but there might be 2 gold diamonds we can probably get. Like, we've already got one until now, which as a result, that flower becomes a party ball. So yeah, that's actually pretty interesting. So we've got every single gems, so yeah, that's actually pretty swell, if I have to say so for myself right there. So, yeah, you probably get the idea of how this is, you might as well expect. However, if you don't water that plant at all, you're gonna miss out a lot of richness to it. So, and while talking of which, when it comes to the forms of taking down or taking on Boo Losses from the likes of the forms of the conclusion part of Area 3, but also as you can tell, our Boo counter is now boosted up onto 39. So as a result, I think, relatively speaking though, is that I think we've only got about 1 Boo left until we're able to actually access to the final area in the game. Specifically, the final room in the entire game. So because of that, although unlike the second playthrough of the game, the amount of requirements does get slightly increased. So, but even then, we'll talk more details about that until specifically next week or so. So because of this though, today's date of course there is the 18th of October today, in some cases in 2023 today. Well, as a result, the reason why it's been took about 2 days since we've last got back into this game, well, because you probably already know about the fact, no matter what though, since in yesterday, that recently we finally managed able to obtain Sonic Superstars for not only on the PlayStation 4, but also on the Xbox One / Series X, and on top of that, the Switch version. So, at least we can able to enjoy ourselves playing the game on our spare own time. So as a result, we can pretty much guarantee we're able to actually have a lot of fun times together while playing the game. So, but even then, oh, and also the majority of Area 3, well, some areas, usually now lit up. So, the only time exception being is, of course, let's just say the, up in this, roof part, or to be more specifically, the 3rd floor in its entirety. So, but even then, no, it's just about the fact that the majority of Area 3 has now been lit up. Well, mind you, some exceptions. So, and the reason why I saved the game, again, as you can tell, because obviously, I'm just getting very lucky when it comes to obtaining some more coins, alongside with the forms of some more money notes, and you name the rest. So, but even then though, we can pretty much expect to know that at least we don't have to worry about these godforsaken bomb detonator ghosts. So even then though, we can pretty much guarantee we can now able to go back up. And from here, we can now able to actually go ahead and able to actually activate the next door that we can able to actually activate. And still, it's pretty cool you can able to see the actual specific perspective whenever you do manage to go near to the window, as you can tell. So it's like a front portion of the mansion itself. So yeah, that seems pretty cool though. So, and also the balcony is now lit up as well. So it looks like the hallways of floor 3, or the 3rd floor for that matter, is still basically in darkness. So either way, welcome to Area 4, the final area in the game. Oh, what's this? Oh, wait a minute. Oh, goodness gracious me. The lightning strikes twice, or 3 times. Jeez, I was not expecting that. So, yeah, it looks like everything else is blacked out, apparently. So, I guess we got able to figure something else who causes the actual blackout. I know for one thing is that the lightning strikes 3 times. One on the left, one on the right, and now on the center. So, yeah, everything else is completely in darkness mode once again. So we need to be very careful because, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to, in my opinion, is the hardest aspect about Luigi's Mansion to me. And that's what appears to be the blackout syndrome. So because of this though, every single types of ghosts now appear, and as a result, they're outright against you. So because of that, you have to avoid those ghosts at all costs until we're able to actually figure out when are we gonna get the lights back up again. So because of that, yeah, this is gonna be pretty tough for the most part, especially if you really want to get out of your way to able to actually go after the last few bits before you're able to actually continue your progress. Is that, potentially speaking though, that there is actually not 1, not 2, but 3 speedy spirits are only accessible in the blackout segments. So I believe one of them is actually in the forms of in area 2, and another one is in area 1, and I believe there's also another one also in area 2 as well. So yeah, we're able to actually get started by going into the... Oh, really? That stupid mice is in our way? But hopefully though, we're able to actually just try to be careful about this kind of stuff. So anyways, let's go into the forms of the conservatory room first off, because, well, as soon as you enter in one of those rooms in particular, every now and then is that every single types of ghosts have now appeared. So, my easiest strategy for this is, though, is that I highly recommend you're able to get rid of those ghosts in the singular room first, just in case you don't want to get too much distractions for the sake of defaulting those ghosts entirely. So, although there are a couple of times though that we might able to actually just to see them respawning after a while. So, yeah, potentially speaking I was about the fact that this is easily without doubt the hardest aspect about the game for me. Well, usually if you decide to go after those speedy spirits. So, anyways, let's go ahead and just knock this little chair thingy right there. And there's our first speedy spirit that's only accessible in a blackout segment, which awards us a glorious ruby. So, how's that for that part? So, and of course some more coins, along with some more money notes as well. So, everything else will be come to expect. So, anyways though, another thing I want to address something about this as well, while in this particular... Oh, goody. We got ourselves even more money, too. That's actually quite nice. So, anyway, as it turns out, I believe we've only just got about 2 weeks left now until we move on to the 11th month, which appears to be November. So, yeah, relatively speaking, I was about the fact no matter what, though, it's just, well, I can't even believe time flies, as I've already mentioned about this so many times already. And also, since this is currently in blackout for right now, the toad doesn't show up, so meaning about the fact that we have to wait for a long while until we decide to save our game. So yeah, this is going to be an ultimate challenge as far as this is concerned. So anyway, so the next speedy spirit is going to be located in a nursery. So of course, we need to get rid of these ghosts first of all, so just in case. And this what gets really ridiculous up to this point is that not only you lose some coins, but also about the fact that every once in a while you're gonna get hit a lot. So, and it gets even much more tougher though, especially noticeable whenever we go into the next room, which appears to be the hidden room. Oh god, the hidden room is gonna be pretty tough in this rate. So, anyways though, so let's get rid of this, I don't want to able to actually just activate this particular, Shanti's bed. So, Okay, at least we got the blue ghost out of the way, so... Excuse me, what's up with this pink puncher decides able to actually have a vendetta against me? I suppose it maybe doesn't matter, I suppose... Okay, I'm gonna have to stop getting hit all of a sudden. Although luckily though, assuming if we're able to actually get rid of every single ghost like these, basically the hearts will able to just show up on the chest of drawers, so... Let's just say we're able to obtain one right now. And that should pretty much lead us back to 100 health for right now, so... Alright, so here's our another Speedy Spirit, which as a result, yeah, it only gives you just more coins, and on top of that, more money notes as well, so either way, that's all there is to really say in here, so... But before we get on to the forms of the next portrait ghost we're about to find, is that, oh boy, the next Speedy Spirit is going to be pretty obnoxious to deal with. You wanna know why? Because, remember that particular part, as we've already done earlier, is that we did somehow capture 2 Speedy Spirits so far, in journey forms of this blackout segment. Well, if you dare get a game over, or in some cases good night, this means you have to restart the entire process all over again, which means you still need to find certain Speedy Spirits again, so yeah, that could be a problematic for my part, especially that in this room in particular is going to be pretty chaotic, not only because of, you know, the Strangler ghost somehow appears, but also 2 of those ghosts that we're about to take care of. And not only that, those godforsaken yellow bats are everywhere. So, yeah, this is gonna be a pain. Especially because, well, there's actually a Speedy Spirit, which appears to be on the far right of this particular room, in one of those chests in particular. At least, thankfully, there's no pink punch or anything else like that, so it's just that, seriously, this is too much. Although it gets a bit, irritating until whenever we get to the second playthrough, because trust me, this is gonna be quite of a hellish experience. So, anyways though, one of the subjects while this is happening is that, basically, oh, something tells me I'm gonna lose a whole bunch of coins right there, which is not that good, especially considering about the fact that I'm almost at, 1,000 coins mark. But something tells me, with this room exist in a blackout, my god, it's gonna be too much. But, at least I'm hoping I can able to get some of my health back, but it might not likely, just because of these guys are pretty much a pain to deal with, and I'm almost gonna be dying, so... Oh, that's not good. Although, depending on how many, health you be losing, I believe the, similar to the forms of how it does it on Super Mario Sunshine, that basically, though, the actual tone of the voice for Luigi actually differs. So, as a result, yeah, it's gonna be quite of a rough experience so far, so, but even then, no, that's to be expected when it comes towards the end game, so... Anyway, if we check this chest here, Speedy Spirit right in there. So even then, not only does it contain some more coins, but also an glorious emerald. So, and I believe we've only got about 1 more emerald left, and so we reach our maximum amount of emerald gems, which appears to be 10. Even though, for whatever reason, whenever I managed to play the 3DS version on my own time, back in Journey Forms have been, let's just say in 2018 and stuff like that, I was actually at one point that I somehow managed to able to obtain the A rank, Journey Forms have been a 3DS remake, and all of a sudden, it's about the fact no matter what though, I somehow got an extra additional gem that I somehow obtained by complete accident, which I was not expecting that. So, but either way though, that'll be a topic for a later time. So, but either way though, yeah, let's just get out of here, just in case I don't want to lose too much health. So, and while I'm at it though, oh, wait a minute. I think, yeah, depending if I was going to go back onto the nursery itself, oh gosh, this is going to be... Oh gosh, I would say that the hidden room in the blackout while obtaining the Speedy Spirit is without doubt the hardest thing to do, so... And yeah, you hear that right? When Luigi's low on health, obviously whenever you enter in the door, or even essentially if you call out for Mario and all that, his voice pitch will actually differ, so... Oh, I need that heart so badly. I seriously need that heart. Come on, thank you. Oh my god. And it's even worse when you... Okay, I've had enough of you. You just really irritating me. Come on! Okay, come on! Alright, need to suck them all around. Get the hearts! Okay. Alright, at least we are almost fully regenerated, but... Oh my god. And not only that, certain rooms are pretty cramped sometimes, and what makes this a bit tricky to navigate during the blackout is that, well, concerning with the animation of Luigi get jump scared at one point, you lose your momentum a bit. So, yeah, that's something worth classifying if you're able to notice how tricky this is. So, I apologize for that particular awkward commentary at one point because I almost belched earlier, so... Oh, jeez. You see what I mean? That every time when you get jump scared quite a few times, you lose your bit of momentum or your movement. So, which means you're about to get stunned while simply able to get hit by a bunch of ghosts a lot, and it's no fun. Anyways, though, so we ended up in the wardrobe room. So, and something tells me we actually stumbled across into yet another portrait ghost. And all you have to really do in this part is that you have to wait until when his heart shows up, and basically you can just suck him up. So, and for whatever reason, he just does absolutely nothing, which as a result, yeah, I've obviously have no idea why he just refuses to attack me. So, yeah, you simply have to do the exactly same method as the forms of how it does it for Linville ever since in the study room, and I got poisoned. So, but that's okay though, because we simply got ourselves a nice, glorious gold frame. So, that should be all pretty swell. So hopefully it will grow back into its size. And yeah, rather than the light doesn't seem to come up, so instead we're able to get the chest and a key. So that's all that matters. So, although I would have liked able to utilize the shortcut method by simply using a mirror, but I've no idea what was going on with that effect right there. God, I think I should probably take the mirror, because obviously that should be a safest option. Maybe I could probably do that on the second playthrough for the better, because my god, I'm about to get owned. Although luckily, I don't think I can able to actually get... Oh, no. Come on, almost there. Okay. Oh, that was stressful. So maybe next time, I should probably be able to utilize the mirror, so... Because that way, it will help me out. Oh, not only that, when you're almost low on health, basically the music will start to get a bit slower, so... Yeah, I guess that makes it pretty obvious for a spooky tone to it. Alright, so as it turns out, the breaker room is actually locked, so now we can have to be able to actually open up the door again, so... Because earlier on, throughout the game, that it was unlocked from the start. Whilst in here, you have to find a key while simply trying to deal with the portrait ghost and all that stuff. And, well, we can now able to actually access the breaker room again. But now, we can pull up this lever, pull the lever, Luigi. And that way, we're able to bring back light up. So, oh thank goodness, the hardest part about the game is now done and over with. So, well, not just yet though. Alright, so while we're at it, we're able to actually access the key, which pretty much leads us to the next room. But before I do that, I need to get my full health back, because obviously after getting hit by a whole bunch of ghosts, like quite a lot of rooms here and there, for the sake of not only nursery, but also don't even get me started on a hidden room. And not only that, Toad now appears, so... Although generally speaking though, there's actually a secret you can able to do while during the blackout, is that if you go earlier on throughout the majority of Area 4, is that you can able to actually hear the telephone ringing in the next room, which appears to be in the forms of, well, I'll explain more details about that whenever we're able to get on with the actual Area 4 for reals. So, anyway, so now we've actually got ourselves our full health now, so this means we can now do some more shenanigans, ranging from some more sucking up ghosts, and on top of that, finding some more booze, and even though we only got one left until we're able to get our story progression going, well, to be more specifically, towards the end game, basically, so, and not only that, I believe we've only got about 11 booze left until we're able to actually access to a special reward if you do manage to capture all 50 booze respectively. So, anyways, let's just go ahead and take care of the breaker room first before we do anything. So, Anyway, one thing I totally forgot to mention about, ever since the beginning portion of the game, is that originally though, when it comes to Poltergeist 3000, as far as I'm concerned, this game was originally going to be able to include this particular, let's just say, actually I'll explain more details about that in God dang it, that boo just got away. So yeah, every now and then, certain boos now have more health, so now he actually got himself 300 health. So this means it'll take much longer to be able to capture certain boos, so... Oh boy, there's going to be a lot of backtracking involved. But anyway though, and now we ended up in the next room, which appears to be the cellar. So, right here, the Speedy Spirit. This one might actually be kind of tough though to obtain, because obviously you need to get that particular flashlight ready. So, but luckily, I somehow capture it, so that should be all pretty swell. So anywho though, yeah, as I was saying, this game was originally going to be able to include this mechanic with the Poltergeist 3000, which appears to be the pressure meter system. And basically, the more you're able to use the Poltergeist 3000, when the gauge actually fills up, and when it gets to 10, it overheats, and as a result, it can cause you a bit of damage. So, yeah, I have no idea why that particular idea has been completely scrapped. So I'm guessing it might be because of how the fact that it might be felt a bit realistic at some form or another. Although, relatively speaking, the Poltergeist shape, in terms of the forms of the early versions of the game, was actually in a rectangular shape. So because of that though, and whilst the new forms have been the final version of the game, it makes it a little bit more curvy kind of vibes to it though, even though it's a bit tricky to explain. So, anyway, so now we got the key, which pretty much leads us to the next room. It appears to be on the 3rd floor, so we can now able to actually do some more stuff on the 3rd floor now. So, even though despite the fact that I somehow managed able to realize that I've missed one of those boos so far in a breaker room, but then again though, backtracking can be felt a bit too much emphasis on it, especially because towards the end game that if you desperately... Oh, okay, at least we got ourselves even more cash and a gold bar as well. So how lucky and coincidence how this can be, even though despite the fact that I somehow missed that boost. So, oh, don't you dare go into another locked room. That's it, good boy, good boy. You somehow get into the cellar, so that's a good start. Dang it, I got hit. Oh, great. Oh boy, this might take a bit while. Okay, come on. Get back in the cellar. Thank you. Because yeah, if you go in the opposite direction, obviously Boo might go into the opposite direction as well. And there we go. We've now onto 40 boos, so that'll be enough until we reach to the final room in the game. Because again, capturing certain boos is mandatory if you want to finish the game. So, yeah, that's something worth noting for. So, it's nothing optional though. Unless the only thing it's optional though is, of course, obtaining all 50 boos. And then you get yourselves a nice little special reward if you managed able to accomplish something like this. So, anyway, so I think for the most part we are basically done every single aspect in journey forms of not only the first floor, for right now anyway. Oh, and also the actual staircase that leads us to the basement floor is now lit up. So, even though for whatever reason is that the hallways is still in the forms of in darkness, so, because of the forms of the creepy aspect of it, so. Anywho though, so another thing is worth noting for is that potentially speaking, since for those of you lived in the UK, well, suffice to say, well, specifically both on the Wii U and the 3DS versions most notably, happy 10th anniversary of the game's release of Sonic Lost World for both the Wii U and the 3DS versions. So, while looking back on those two games back to back, specifically both versions of the game, it's alright. I mean, it's not the best Sonic game I ever played. I mean, it's definitely underrated in my opinion. Specifically the Wii U version of the game, even though despite it feels a bit lacking in consistency. But at the very least though, the levels doesn't seem to drag on, unlike the 3DS version. Because my goodness, while looking back on the 3DS version now, on Sonic Lost World, I still find this to be a bit of a disappointing version of the game. Just because not only the levels themselves are attempted to drag on, but not only that, that the worst special stages they ever conceived. And in addition to that, the cutscene picture quality is actually in low resolution. Likely also it's all really compressed. So yeah, you probably get the idea about that. So anyway, so we can now able to move along onto the continuation of the 3rd floor. So at least now we can able to see through the other side of that particular top room right here. And now we ended up in the telephone room, which, if you couldn't tell already, while the actual blackout sequence is actually happening, you can't technically go there. But what happens is that the telephone will ring, and then you can able to actually pick up not 1, but 3 telephones you can able to interact with. And as a result, Luigi does hello, voice, and as a result you can able to actually call not only some random person out there, but also out of nowhere Toad and Professor Egad. So at least that's a pretty cool touch to it though, even though it does have some bit of darker tones to it though, which I suppose we're also able to show that off once we get to the 2nd playthrough of the game, if I was able to try my luck to able to actually go for this blackout sequence again. So anyways, while completing this particular room, we're able to get ourselves, of course, some more money and more gold bars, and we should be almost entirely rich by now. So even though, again, I don't think it's a possibility we can able to get the best rank if possible in this particular method. So, but at least I did somehow try. So anyways though, so let's see what's gonna be onto this particular other set of furnitures around here. Oh, of course, another boo shows up. So, how can I never get a single damage on him! That Burrowing nickname, by the way, that's always something, I suppose. So anyways though, let's open up this next door. And this will pretty much lead us to this next room. So, and also out of nowhere, the Boo actually shows up, which is of course Burrowing, and I still haven't got a hit on him! Ah, okay, I'm gonna have to go after him until, I'm also going for that for later. So anyways, in this clockwork room, as you can tell, basically we need to activate all 5 of those clocks until something is about to happen during that time. Because it looks like we stumbled across into not 1, not 2, but 3 clockwork soldiers. Speaking of which, if you activate every single clocks, basically those soldiers come to life. And this is potentially, some people seem to say, this is without a doubt is the hardest fight in the game, just because you have to fight all 3 of them at the same time, and as a result, it can get a lot of chaotic moments here and there. So because of that, well, I suppose the only way you can able to get pearls from these guys is to aim for the blue one, because I'm pretty sure if you suck up the blue one, it actually causes the pearls to appear. So that's something worth classifying for noticing this from the start. So anyways, speaking of which, come on, I can possibly be able to actually get a gold frame on this run. Alright, huzzah! I somehow got the gold frame on this particular fight. And for some reason, I somehow managed to able to activate that particular different music in the background. Whenever I was trying to suck up the blue one, I'm not exactly sure what happened there. But either way, oh jeez, they have the most ridiculous long range for that particular pop gun fire. So yeah, it's pretty ridiculous with that particular attack range, but sometimes though, this particular fight is a bit too chaotic. So yeah, so I can totally see why a lot of people seem to despise these guys the most, because it can be pretty difficult to able to defeat them. So oh, there goes the red one, so now we need to go for the green one for last. So but at the very least we got some health back, so that should be something. Oh, I can probably get another heart if I can, but let's just go ahead and get rid of this last soldier out of the way. So there we go. Oh man, that room is actually quite tough. But at the very least though, luckily for me, gold frame for me for the clockwork soldiers. So, huzzah. I can't believe I somehow managed able to accomplish that on the very first attempt as well. So that should be pretty swell. Come on. Come on, he's almost down. I think he was going into the telephone. Oh, wait, he still showed up. Ah, dang it, he's gone into the hallway. no matter what though, let me just check in what's in here. Oh god, a bomb. A bomb, indeed. Anyway though, I suppose another thing I should probably explain about this as well is that recently, Minecraft has been surpassed 300 million copies sold. So, yeah, pretty impressive on that part. So, yeah, nothing else to say. And unfortunately, that boo just got away at the next room, which we can't get to yet. So, yeah, this might take a bit while when it comes to capturing certain boos. So, but at least so far, we've only got one so far for this particular video, just because we have to deal with the majority of the blackout in the beginning. So, anyway, so let's get up to this little elevator, which pretty much leads us to the roof. So, and what we can do in the roof, well, basically we need to take care of these guys for now. So, I suppose we might as well deal with them right now. And I believe something tells me is about the fact that we can pretty much guarantee we can able to actually entering the next room coming up, which I suppose we'll have to able to save that particular topic for later. So, yeah, I can't believe that Minecraft is actually still doing pretty well in terms of the actual sales copies wise. So, it's actually now on 300 million copies sold. Like, I'm guessing it's like multiple platforms does manage to help out. So, maybe it's a possibility. But even then, though, despite I haven't exactly played that much of Minecraft, so yeah, forgive me if I somehow managed to almost like never played Minecraft before. But the only time I do know about Minecraft is, of course, something related to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, you know? Something tells me I was off by 1 HP left. Yes, I did, of course. Typical ghosts these days. Oh yeah, we need a fire element in order to able to deal with this white puncher, so... In fact, what I found was a little bit cooler is that you can able to actually just to devastate the amount of health for those white punchers, as you can see. And bye-bye for you both. And while at it, the blue treasure chest pops up. And there's no boo to be found around here because it takes place in the forms of on top of the roof. So I don't think it's a possibility that the boo is not going to be in here. So, understandably so. And from here we get the next key, which pretty much leads us to, let's just say, the next room. It appears to be on the 3rd floor. So at least we can able to go back there, but I need to take care of another room first. So, for instance, let's go on to the right side of the roof, and from here we can able to actually realize, I think we can probably go up to this ladder, and it looks like we're about to go down to the chimney. So, what is this, like Santa Claus or something like that? Although, mind you, we're not exactly at Christmas just yet, because obviously we still only got about exactly 2 months left now. So, yeah, forgive me about the forms of my tongue twist in the end, folks. I do apologize for that. So let's go into this chimney, and while we're at it though, we ended up in the next room, which is sealed room. And while we're at it, oh, the gold mice. Yay! Jackpot, baby! Haha! Now, I believe, relatively speaking, that's the final gold mouse in the whole game. So, at least expecting if you want able to go for a second playthrough, then by all means you can able to actually do the same thing as usual. Because I'm pretty sure that in a Hidden Mansion playthrough, aside from the fact that those locations will be exactly the same for both gold mice and the Speedy Spirit alike. So, speaking of the Speedy Spirit, here's the final one, and this will pretty much lead us to the final emerald in this entire run-through. And in addition to that, some more gold, and of course, more notes on top of that. So, something's worth noting for. Luckily though, if you get hit, you don't lose your money notes or gold bars. The only thing you can only lose is just coins. So, that's about it basically. And, oh goodness gracious, we're not going to let that happen again after that particular blackout thing. But at least we got, oh, money, 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 money. I seriously need that money. Including a gold bar as well. Okay, I've had enough of you, you stupid pink punchers. What do I ever do to you? I mean, seriously. Okay, stay put. Alright, at least we got the big blue ghost somehow. Okay, at least we got that. Oh, man. Okay. Alright, come on, you. Come on. Come on. Bring it on. Alright, there we go. but something tells me I think we only got one ghost left. So, although luckily he only has like 0 health, so, but fortunately though, we can able to actually obtain some more money here and there from those chests, and also with any other objects as well. So, it looks like I definitely heard something from here. Yeah, but it looks like there was that particular ghost that I've somehow missed. Anyway, another thing I want to classify something about this as well. Perfect timing as well, since about the fact you know how yesterday that Sonic Superstars recently came out yesterday. That it looks like I'm about to go back onto Sonic Dash yet again, except this time I can able to actually get into this progress of obtaining Classic Supersonic. So because of that, yep, I was right all along. So because of that though, now I can able to actually obtain the third variant for the Supersonic character selection. So yeah, that's actually pretty swell if I have to say so for myself. So anyway, while doing the forms of the sealed room, we can able to actually access to the next room during the forms of the second floor. So, but I think relatively speaking though, that pretty much leads us to the optional ghosts that we can able to actually take on with. So, but then again though, we'll save that until tomorrow. So since we're still pretty much stuck at this sealed room, so this means there's no way out. Well, there's actually the way we can able to actually get out of this room, after obtaining some more gold, of course, first of all, is that, you notice with that particular, that door over there, that we can't able to get out, because there was actually those little wooden planks that somehow closed it off, so this means we can't get out. But, there is actually a way we can able to get out of there, and that is, well, if we go over towards this particular corner over there, then we need to suck up this particular blanket sheet right here, which, as it turns out, there's a mirror over there. So, we can able to actually go into this particular first-person view and scan it, and that pretty much leads us all the way back to the beginning. So, how's that for that? So, now we can able to do some more stuff here and there, but before I end off the video right here, I need to obviously max out my HP first, so just in case I don't want to get too much, you know, frustration here and there for its fighting some ghosts during the forms of some very squeezable, or potentially speaking in the smallest room if possible. But it's just about the fact that I'm very glad that the blackout segment is pretty much done, so at least for now, so. Anyways though, so there's not much else I can say. It's just about the fact, no matter what though, I'm pretty excited able to actually keep on playing some more Sonic Superstars, and relatively speaking, I'm sure Sonic fans will be able to be excited to play that game as well. So, with that being said though, I think we should probably end things off this point right here. So join me next time for more of Let's Play of Luigi's Mansion for the Nintendo GameCube / Nintendo 3DS as a remake. Is that we're going to be able to continue exploring through Area 4 by go for some more rooms and capture some more portrait ghosts and maybe some more boos every once in a while. So I'll see you guys until tomorrow. Later, fellas.